So BNURD'E was established in 2016 from a word that describes me, myself, which I was a nerd. So initially, I started BNURD'E because I take the opportunity to help individuals that are in need or are different. And so BNURD'E was started with 12 young ladies who were different and unique within themselves that wanted to come out but didn't know how. So BNURD'E was formed at that time.
Mm.
What else?
And can you tell us what BNURD'E stands for?
No, you're not going there.
Oh, I know.
I know what it is. That's I don't want to do that one.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
How did we get to the podcast project?
We got to the podcast project because I worked diligently with my mentors and my board members to raise funds to keep me BNURD'E sustainable. So in order to do that, I need donors. I need bigger donors. So I decided to talk with Mr. Keon in the network studio to bring out the opportunity to have my girls, beautiful young ladies of BNURD'E, to form a podcast to talk about the things that we are doing so that the world can see that we are ready for donors to take a look at us, that we're out here. The more and more we can do this, the opportunity for me to, or for them to see what BNURD'E is really about. So it stands alone on itself if someone else sees it outside of me.
Amazing. What's been your favorite part about this experience so far?
Working with the girls and the mentors and the partnerships that we have accomplished within the 10 years, ladies. Next year be 10 years that BNURD'E has been in existence. So we're doing a very good job, but working with the young ladies is my passion and watching them grow.
Yeah, I'm sure we can all see that. Yeah. So I guess it's time to check in with the ladies from Beauty and Struggle. You agree, Ariel?
Dip right in.
Dip right in. All right. Ladies,
Hey.
how are you doing today?
Good.
Blessed. Amen.
Good. So talk to us about your podcast. Where did the name come from? Where'd you get the inspiration from?
I think for the name, it was mostly about like a lot of times us at our age, we don't really do much, so we most of the time struggle with transitioning from grade to grade. Mm-hmm. So that's where we wanted to find beauty in the struggle, because it's a struggle going from elementary to middle school. Instead of staying in one confined class, you have 7 different periods, 3 different teachers, or however many teachers you have. You're going to different classes. It's a lot much more workload put on you. It's a whole bunch. And then middle school to high school to college, it's a lot going on. So I think that's where we got the name from, and we just want to find beauty because we know we're capable of that. And it's better to find beauty. It's better to focus on the good parts than the struggle.
I heard that. I like that one.
Amen.
Yes. And I think you just recently transitioned from elementary to middle school. So personally, what's that been like for you?
Personally for me, it's at first it was a struggle because like transitioning from different classes, you're dealing with. It's kind of a little bit better because instead of staying with that one personality from that one teacher, you get to look forward to a different personality, because we all have that one teacher that just is a no for us. Mm-hmm. So,
Yes.
So, we have that looking forward to, switching to classes. And the workload, it wasn't as bad because for me, like what I've experienced is we get homework, but in one class, but other classes, if you don't finish your work, then you get homework. It's more so more independent. Mm. It's not forced upon you to do your work. It's like, here you go, I teach you the lesson, and it's on you to get it done. Mm. If you don't do it, no more chances. Mm. So like it's weird not, getting 10, 15 chances mm-hmm. to turn your work. Mm-hmm. Now you have one chance, turn it in, or it's a 0.
So what I'm hearing you say, there's a lot of independence, but you also have to be more responsible.
Yep.
Interesting. What about for you ladies, going from junior high to high school? What's been the most... what's that been like?
You want to go?
Oh, no, you can go.
Okay, for me, at first it was hard finding my friends who I wanted to be with. And I just had to ask myself, okay, well, there's people... It's a group of people. Do I want to be friends with them? Are they going to make sure I stay on top of my work, I'm the best person that I could be, or do I want to be friends with somebody that I'm going to just have fun with all the time? And not only that, I definitely did deal with a lot of confident issues like, oh, this one boy like this one boy like this one girl. But I mean, was I pretty too? This and that. So that was definitely a struggle for me. And as well, it was just like the people, the people. A lot of different people, a lot of fast girls. I would just recommend you guys stay true to yourself and clock that.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice. Amen. And specific to you, you went from being in a co-ed environment to going to an all-girls high school. So that's definitely a big transition. So what's that like for you?
It's not too different because the school that I go to now is still small, and I went from like a small to a small. Only ever since it's like 10 times, 30 times more messier than like a co-ed because everybody needs to know everything, and because of how small it is, people don't know how to keep their mouth shut, and like stuff that's sorry. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Be true. Be true.
Yeah,
I think that's what Jayla was saying. Be true to
Okay.
yourself.
But yeah, it's really easy because like all you have to do is like find your crowd. Like people don't really be like want to be with the anime weirdo smart kids, but they're the main ones who just know how to mind their business, get their work done.
That was gonna be my next
So,
question.
like-
You guys have in high school groups.
Yeah, you have categories, but the
Yes.
categories. The thing is,
That's what
yeah,
Whatnot.
cliques. Like the cliques. Like the cliques is like if you do sports and you're popular, but you're the same when I get on that court because you don't have 2.0. But if you're also an athlete and you're the quiet kid that people to pick on, you're on the court and you have a 4.0, you're always getting called to, for honor roll. So it's like you have to differentiate. If like she said, if you want to be with the popular kids and be failing and fail your whole life, or do you want to be with the kids who are gonna get up and they're like quiet, but they still know how to mind their business. So like, it's like the difference. But I mean, not that hard. I stay a mile away. I'll move around.
Do you think you found your place?
I feel like, yeah. I feel like I found my place. I feel like I found my friends. I don't feel like I found my place at the school. I feel like I'm still like learning the school.
Yeah.
But like from me, from my first semester to now, I've definitely grown. Cause, Lord, yeah.
That's real. That's real. And I think it takes some time, especially when you're going through a transition. Like, change is inevitable, but it can be hard, and it does
Yeah.
take time. Yeah, that's nice.
Can I ask the question? Has BNURD'E influenced you within your podcast title, Beauty in the Struggle, to help you cope with your transition from middle school to high school to college?
I mean, yeah, cause like the difference of like the groups and stuff, like the elementary. So like we're like used to like other upperclassmen like helping you out and telling you like you shouldn't be doing this. Like so like they're even though you have mentors, you still have like mentees, also your mentor who's also in the group. That's how I feel.
I also think that Be Nerdy has helped. It has helped. Like how she said, you're divided by your grade, and like it's with your people. Cause a lot of times, sometimes you put elementary with middle school or high schoolers. There's that intimidation or like excluding, cause the high schoolers want to be off doing their own thing, and elementary they want to go hang out with the high schoolers, but they still want to be themselves. And it feels misplaced, so you can actually be comfortable in your own skin, but still also if you in Be Nerdy, the difference between Be Nerdy and other groups or other schools or anything, Be Nerdy, you can put us together and we'll still be together. We'll be a joint family. We'll work together. We will move forward together. We will combine together. We will click. We work. And that's what I really like about Be Nerdy, and that's really helped us because sometimes we feel uncomfortable and you still want to find beauty in that struggle, and Be Nerdy has helped us find beauty, allowing us to make our own bonds with the high schoolers or like the middle schoolers who we don't really click with, and it's allowing us to get through that hard pathway with beauty, poise, and classiness. So yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. You share something very unique about Be Nerdy. I'm wondering, like, on that same note, what would make your podcast unique and different from, what's already out there?
Our podcast, is our own personal stories, and it helps us, because not everyone is going to be the same, a lot of times you have stereotypes and everyone wants to be the same. We want to be unique. We want to share our own stories, and that's okay. It's okay to not disagree. It's okay to have a different story. It could be the same topic, the same thing, but you all have a different story, and it's about giving advice and helping each other through our differences, or even learning from someone else's mistake. And in the same situation, we can take solutions and fix it and adjust it based on what happened with them, with our friend, and we can help and encourage and help find new ways to handle things and just be in unity.
What would be one piece of advice that you would give to an elementary girl transitioning into middle school?
I would say, coming from the school, I've been at my school my whole entire life. I've never been to another school. I would say, just mind yourself. Like as Jayla said, stay true to yourself. A lot of times you lose yourself in the popularity. You lose yourself in the social media. Give yourself that time to adapt, because you're going through different things. You're growing up. You're getting older. Allow yourself that time to invest in yourself instead of investing in other people. You can't invest in other people if you're not invested in yourself.
Come on, Queen. You
better
better
Right.
Talk,
You
girl.
better speak.
Like that.
What about for you all?
Okay, so to piggyback off of what Micaiah said, I would definitely say, yes, stay true to yourself. A lot of people are going to try to get you to do this, and that, but you don't have to do that. Just focus on your work, because at the end of the day, that's going to get you to what you want to be. And also, I really want to tell you guys, not everybody is your friend. I know a lot of people say that, but I cannot stress this enough. Like, you have some people who you see in the hallway, oh, hey, girl, but that could be the same person behind your back talking about you. So just make sure that you guys really know who your real friends are, because your real friend is not going to let you walk around looking all crazy. Your real friend is going to say, oh, fix your hair, this, and that. Or a real one will even fix it for you, won't even say anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, that, like she said, not everybody your friend. Like, I only have 3 friends who I have from middle school to high school, which is her, Skylin. Well, Skylin don't even count. She's been there since I was a baby. And then Malia. That's it. Those are people who I call every day. Like, every day. Well, when she has her phone. But, like, every day. But, yeah, like, know who your friends are, because, like, when it was a rough time in first semester, they had to knock it up out of me, because I think if they knocked it up out of me, I would have been somewhere going crazy. But yeah, like, I would give advice, like, not everybody's your friend, and stay on your work. Don't like talk in class and like want to be like everybody else not talking, because they're the same ones who are instead of getting their work done, you haven't got your work done. You're acting for extensions, and you could have got your work done at the same time. You're still making them laugh, and they're doing their work. So make sure to be on top of your work, and yeah.
How do you guys deal with conflict in high school? I know you keep, the friend comment. That was amazing, because at my age,
conflict. I don't do. So what I've learned now is don't do it in class. So don't do it where other people are, because they're gonna egg it on more. Because if you do it in private, if it escalates, it's just you and her. It's just you and the person. If it's in there that they want to show out and show off, and then it escalates more, and then it goes into teachers coming in, when you can just if you're a young adult enough, you can just do it yourself and be like, hey, I don't like how you said that, or hey, like, what do you mean by that, because I feel kind of disrespected. And if they still want to like do the most, you just let it go. What I've learned is me trying to like be all being bad and be like, oh, well, if say that, if you need that, then let me know. Right. It's like don't doing all that, because at the end of the day, you having a record of fighting is not cute. Like, they're like, if you're over here on contracts and they're telling you like, if you get them on my fight, it's really not cute. It's really just giving like you had no self training, and like you need to understand that you need, like, you're representing your school and your parents, because that's how, if they're raising you like that, then that's how it's gonna be portrayed on you. So conflict, I really just like let it go and just brush it off, because at this school everything comes out, and like the school now they used to get suspension, they just expel you like every day. So like I just let it go if it gets more escalated, and if it's resolved, then it's resolved.
Okay.
Very
like
nice. Very nice. So the key themes I heard when you're dealing with transition is you have to stay true to yourself, give yourself that time to find out who you want to be, and find your group. Find who's going to stick through it. That's amazing, ladies. I'm looking forward to hearing more from you all as you go on this podcast journey. We want to thank you all for sitting down with us and talking to us about it.